Hello and good afternoon from San Luis Obispo, California. It is opening day and the Santa Barbara Foresters are taking on their rival, the SLO Blues. Hello, I am Hunter Shoemake welcoming you to Sinsheimer Stadium on a cloudy day in San Luis Obispo. Well, looking back to last season for the Santa Barbara Foresters, overall record for the Sturs was 35-11 and another trip to the NBC Championship game. And the Foresters here this season under their manager, Bill Pintard, looking for more success, the same thing which they saw last season. And now let's take a look at the opening day lineup for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Leading off and at third base will be Daniel Patterson. Batting second in center field, Drew Markle. To bat third at first base, Johnny Rodriguez in the cleanup spot. And in right field, Dominic Smaldino. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Ryan Taman. Batting sixth, serving as a DH, Jesse DiMaggio. Batting seventh and at second base, Jack Bollinger. Batting eighth, Caden Peterson, who will be out in left field, and the shortstop today for the Santa Barbara Foresters to round out the starting nine will be D. Kennedy, the freshman from Texas, and the starting pitcher today for the Foresters will be Mason Bixby, the big right-hander from TCU. Warming up currently on the hill for the San Luis Obispo Blues will be Cody Albright, the right-hander who hails from Phoenix, Arizona, gets to start today in the first countable game in CCL play for the San Luis Obispo Blues. And actually for the Blues, they've already played 8 games on their season, all non-league opponents, not counting to their overall postseason record, which counts in CCL play. But currently, in their non-league games, they are currently 6-2. For the Santa Barbara Foresters in their blue tops, gray bottoms, and the home blues in their pinstripe whites. And here comes Daniel Patterson, the right-handed batter, coming up to the dish. He is a familiar name for the Santa Barbara Foresters, made his name well-known last season, and he stands in. And the right-hander, Cody Albright, looks into his catcher, Owen Estabrook, coming set on the hill. Winds up the first pitch to Daniel Patterson. Here it is. First pitch, fastball upper half of the zone for a strike, and the 2024 season for the Foresters is now underway. Cloudy day here from San Luis Obispo. It's a 1-0 count to the leadoff man, Patterson, coming set, and the delivery from Albright. And the fastball missing low away at the knees to even up the count 1-1. And for Daniel Patterson, a familiar name after what he did last season with the Foresters. Man plays for Westmont College. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off right side. Sharply hit, but cutting well foul off the bat of Patterson. He is quickly down the count 1-2. To follow him will be Drew Markle. And to follow him, Johnny Rodriguez for the Foresters. First game of the 2024 season. Coming set is Albright. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Patterson reaches for off of 2 hops over to the second baseman. Jake Hicksonball picks it up and over to first base to throw in time to retire Daniel Patterson. And he grounds out one away here in the top of the first inning. Patterson retired, and that will bring up the center fielder, Drew Markle. And for Drew, just finishing up his freshman season over at Ole Miss. Markle, another right-handed batter, taking on Cody Albright, the right-handed pitcher for the SLO Blues. Of course, the Foresters, the road team here, first game of their season. Here's the pitch. Swung on, flared up and foul ground, but it cuts out of play over the first base dugout into the berm above the seats here at Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo. So it's 0-1 for the leadoff for the second batter here in the first. Daniel Patterson retired, bases cleared, no score here in the first. Albright coming set on the hill. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Markle sees a fastball away. 1-1. And for Drew Markle, of course, playing for Ole Miss his freshman season. Got 18 games of action this past season down in Mississippi. Here's the 1-1. Fastball missing away from Albright. It's now 2-1, and Drew Markle gets himself ahead in the count. After Patterson grounded out for the first out here in the top of the first inning. Johnny Rodriguez will be on deck for the Foresters. Coming set, Albright, and the right-hander coming set. 2-1 the count. The delivery to Markle. Markle just taps it back into the backstop behind the dish, behind the catcher, Owen Estabrook, to even up the count 2-2. One away here, and the base is clear in the first. Santa Barbara Foresters embarking on a 34-game campaign this season. The majority of their games at home this season. Big advantage for the Foresters. One away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that ball bounces right in front of the plate. It's a full count now on the heater from Cody Albright. We've seen a lot of fastballs early from Albright, starting right-hander from Phoenix, Arizona. On deck will be Johnny Rodriguez. One away here in the top of the first inning. Albright comes set in the delivery. And Markle swing and a foul tip back in the catcher's glove. 2 down here in the top of the first. Markle goes down swinging. Albright picks up his first K of his outing. Patterson grounds out Markle. He strikes out. 2 gone, bases clear. In the first brings up Johnny Rodriguez. Just completed his freshman year at Long Beach State. And it's always so cool to see all these different players coming around from different parts of the country coming to play here in Santa Barbara, but he stands in with 2 gone. Albright coming set for the Blues. Here's the delivery, and this ball fouled back. Another fastball down the middle of the plate into the screen off the bat of the left-handed hitter, Johnny Albright. 0-1. And for Rodriguez, he finds himself at first base. The left-handed first baseman standing in from the left side. Down the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and the 0-1 straight down the middle on another fastball from Cody Albright. He's quickly ahead of Johnny Rodriguez, 0-2. If Rodriguez is able to reach base, Dominic Smaldino will be on deck for the Foresters. And Albright, starting pitcher for the Blues, looking for a clean first inning. 2 out, the 0-2 pitch, and Rodriguez swing and a miss. Looked like the changeup from Albright, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Cody Albright, the starting pitcher for the SLO Blues. We will step aside. Coming up next, Mason Bixby, the starting pitcher for the Foresters, when we return here to San Luis Obispo.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now heading out to the field on defense for the first time here this afternoon. There's no score in the top half of the first inning. A clean inning from the starting pitcher for the San Luis Obispo Blues. But Mason Bixby, the starting pitcher for the Santa Barbara Foresters, takes the hill. The right-hander plays for TCU, standing in at 6'7", 240. Gets the start here on opening day for the Foresters. The defense behind him, Daniel Patterson will be at third, D. Kennedy at short, Jack Bollinger will be at second, Johnny Rodriguez, left-handed first baseman, at first. Ryan Taman will do the catching. In the outfield will be Caden Peterson. In left, Drew Markle. In center, and Dominic Smaldino out in right for the Sturs. And entering this season, talking with all the coaching staff, very excited to see what Mason can do on the hill. Of course, coming from TCU, a very impressive baseball program, but what he throws, got 3 pitches mainly in his arsenal, fastball, a slider, and a changeup. From what we have heard, that fastball sitting right around 97, sometimes eclipsing right around 101. So his heater, it's got a lot of extra hot sauce on it. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, for the Foresters, of course, there are 34 games being played this season. All starts here today. 31 league games and 3 non-league games, stretching the course of June and July. Making the trek up the 101 to San Luis Obispo. It's nice and sunny skies in Santa Barbara when the team departed. But up here in SLO, cloudy, right around 65 degrees. Now coming up to the plate for the Blues, Ethan Royal, the center fielder. As the SLO Blues, the home team, grab their bats for the first time. The right-handed batter digs in. Let's see what Mason Bixby can do in the first start for the Foresters on the hill. He comes set, the right-hander. Here's the pitch. And Royal sees a fastball high and in. That fastball is nothing. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. It's Royal, Hicksonbaugh, and Lewis due up for the Blues in the bottom half of the first. No score. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And Royal fouls it back, like off the back of the catcher. Strike one. For Mason Bixby. Of course, standing in at 6'7", 240. At a 1-1 count to the leadoff batter, here's the 1-1 pitch, and the fastball finds a strike zone 1-2. Jake Hicksonbaugh will be on deck for the Blues, as Mason Bixby gets himself ahead in the count for the Foresters. Bottom of the first, no score. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Royal check swing, but sends it into the first base dugout, actually right in front of the fencing of that first base dugout where the Blues are housed here in their home park. So it remains 1-2 for the leadoff man for the Blues. Standing strong on the hill and looking into the catcher, Ryan Taman for the Foresters. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Royal sends it into center field, popped up, and actually coming over is the shortstop, D. Kennedy. It stays in the infield and makes the catch with ease. One away. Royal the pop-up in the infield. D. Kennedy, the shortstop, making the grab. One away in the bottom of the first. With the bases clear and no score. Here's Jake Hicksonbaugh, man who plays for Monterey Peninsula College, bats from the left side. But for Mason Bixby, we've been talking about him, the starter today for the Foresters. Retired the first man he faces. Here's the first pitch to the second batter he faces. It's a fastball lower in the zone, right around the knees. Finds the strike zone. Strike number one. For Bixby, pitched 18 innings at TCU this year, 4.5 ERA. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And looks like the changeup took a little off of it. Finds the strike zone right around the knees again for Jake Hicksonbaugh, the left-handed batter for the Blues. And quickly, Mason Bixby ahead in the count, 0-2 after inducing the pop-up to the leadoff batter for the Blues. Coming set, here's the 0-2 pitch. And Hicksonbaugh swing and a miss. Retired on 3 pitches in the first K of the day for Mason Bixby. He got him with another off-speed pitch. 2 gone in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up Jordan Lewis for the San Luis Obispo Blues, who again already played 8 games this season, but the first countable game in CCL play. 2 gone, bases clear, no score in the bottom of the first. Bixby coming set for the Foresters. And here's the pitch to Lewis. Lewis flies it out in the left field. Going back is Caden Peterson, a few yards over to his right, Justin for the win, and makes the catch with ease. A pair of 1-2-3 innings for both Cody Albright and Mason Bixby. We go to the second. No score from SLO.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the top of the second inning from San Luis Obispo. Dominic Smaldino, Ryan Taman, and Jesse DiMaggio due up for the Santa Barbara Foresters. No score. Albright coming set on the hill for the Blues. Here's the first pitch. And the off-speed pitch clips the edge of the zone. 4 strike for Dominic Smaldino. Strike number 1. Both starting pitchers today for the Blues and the Foresters. So 1-2-3 first, and Smaldino playing for Cal, sees an 0-1 pitch. Try to be picked out of the dirt from Estabrook, the catcher for the Blues, but it misses down low for ball 1. For Dominic Smaldino, one of a couple players playing for Cal, just completed his freshman season. Smaldino finds himself out in right field, but standing at a daunting 6'6", 260. At a 1-1 count, Albright comes set, and the pitch misses away for ball 2. Another fastball from Albright. Smaldino gets himself ahead in the count. 3 right-handers due up for the Forsters. Smaldino, Taman, and DiMaggio all bat from the right side. No score here in slow. The 2-1 pitch, and the fastball missing high. Ball 3. Still looking for our first base runner of the ball game for either side in the top of the second. Smaldino has himself in a good spot. 3-1. The right-hander on the hill coming set. The 3-1 pitch, and fouled back into the screen. Smaldino looking for a big cut. Just deflects it to the right of home plate near the on-deck circle in front of first base dugout where the Blues are housed, and it's a full count now. Man who just completed his freshman season for Cal. Coming set on the hill, Albright. The payoff pitch. Smaldino swing and a miss. The heater up high, and Albright has 3 consecutive Ks with Smaldino sat down, 1 away here in the top of the second. Smaldino swinging for the fences on that final swing. It's going to bring up Ryan Taman, another man plays for Cal. Here's the pitch, and Taman sees a fastball high, ball 1. For Cody Albright, the first 4 batters he has faced, the starter for the Blues, reduced a ground out to second, and 3 straight Ks. Now the 1-0 pitch. Taman spits on a changeup, missing low, 2-0. Jesse DiMaggio will be on deck with no score. Top of the second. Opening day for the Forsters, Sinsheimer Stadium in slow. Here's the 2-0, and it misses away at the knees. The slider, it looked like, from Albright. 3-0, and Taman quickly finds himself well ahead in the count. Still no base runners here today, with the DH awaiting on deck. Here's the 3-0. And Taman takes a strike in the lower half of the zone on a fastball from the right-handed pitcher, Albright, 3-1. Forsters looking for their first base runner. 1 away, base is clear, the 3-1. This one's chopped a high hopper down the third base line, and that ball goes foul. That first hop, it was jacked just in front of home plate. Took about a bounce going 20 feet in the air after the second hop. Trundles out of play about halfway down that third baseline for strike number 2 for Ryan Taman. Cody Albright, the starter for the Blues, gets himself back in the count. Going down 3-0 to the catcher for the Forsters. Jesse DiMaggio on deck. Coming set, Albright, payoff pitch. And Taman spits on a fastball, and that is ball 4. So base on balls for Ryan Taman, and the Forsters have their first base runner of the ball game. The 1-out walk for the catcher. And that's going to bring up the DH, Jesse DiMaggio. And for DiMaggio, a local product from Santa Barbara. Just completed his senior season at Dos Pueblos High School in Goleta, California, and going to Westmont, a local college, next year. Here's the first pitch, swung on up and out of play over the first base dugout. Strike 1. For Jesse DiMaggio, bats from the right side. As a senior this year at Dos Pueblos High School, his average over 500 and his OBP at 580. Very good numbers from him. The 0-1 pitch swung on, popped up, staying in the infield. Now in foul ground, the first baseman moves in, Cumberford, and makes the squeeze. On the pop-up, right side, first baseman makes the catch for the second out here in the top of the second. Jesse DiMaggio retired. So now 2 gone, Ryan Taman, who worked the 1-out walk, remaining at first base, and that's going to bring up Jack Bollinger. We just mentioned Westmont College, where Jesse DiMaggio will be going next year. Jack Bollinger just completed his junior season at Westmont. He bats from the left side. 2 gone, runner at first. Here's the first pitch, fastball right at the knees, finds the zone, strike number 1. And for the Forsters, they've got a good group of Westmont Warriors School in the hills in Montecito, just south of Santa Barbara. Some good talent out of that college. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bollinger sees a fastball away to even up the count, 1-1. Ryan Taman, catcher, still remaining at first base, being held on by Brendan Comerford. Just about yard leadoff at first base. Here's the 1-1. Foul back just to the left of home plate for strike number 2 for Jack Bollinger. If Bollinger is able to reach base, Caden Peterson will be on deck for the Sturs. Cody Albright looks into his catcher, the starter for the Blues. Now ahead in the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bollinger. Popped up. Left side, the third baseman moving in. Foul ground. Lopez, he has no play. There's a lot of real estate between the dugouts and the infield. If you walk out of that third base dugout to third base, probably about, I'd say 15, maybe 20 paces even. So a lot of real estate in foul ground. But remains 1-2 for Jack Bollinger. Taman remaining at first. No score here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Bollinger fights it off. Flares it out over the third base dugout where the Sturs are housed. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes for the lefty. Coming back set on the hill, Albright. 2 gone, runner at first. The 1-2 pitch. And reaching for it over to short. Mondu scoops up and just a force out the underhand flip to the second baseman to retire the side. Taman on the force out at second for the third out. Jack Bollinger reaching for that ball. Like the slider away in the zone for Cody Albright. The Foresters leave one stranded in the top of the second. We go to the home half of the second inning here from San Luis Obispo. No score between the Blues and the Sturs.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the bottom of the second inning from Sinsheimer Stadium in SLO. No score. Due up for the Blues, Braden Comerford, Braden Mondu, and Cooper Witten. With remaining on the hill, Mason Bixby, the big right-hander for the Foresters. He's going to face a pair of right-hander batters. Due up in the bottom half of the second inning, no score. Comerford stands in for the first time today. Here's the pitch from Bixby. Fastball swung on up, out of play. Just to the right of home plate. Strike number 1. And for the Blues, we've alluded to it, already playing 8 games, but it's their first countable CCL game of the season. Their leadoff batter, Comerford, down the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on that fastball from Bixby, 0-2. For Bixby, that fastball, four-seamer, likes to keep it high in the zone, making batters chase high and up. He's quickly ahead, 0-2 to the leadoff batter. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup got him on the outside portion of the plate. The off speed from Bixby. And he has his second strikeout. Comerford goes down looking. And the first 4 retired in order by the right-hander Bixby. So Braden Mondu now stand in. Man who just played season for BYU with the bases clear. 1 out, bottom of the second. No score from SLO. Bixby comes set, and the first pitch. And Mondu swinging a miss on the heater. 0-1. And for the Blues this season, looking to bounce back after last year going 15-20 and did not make the CCL postseason. Off to a good start against non-league opponents. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Mondu swinging a miss. The slider that time it looked like from Bixby. He's quickly ahead again. No balls and 2 strikes. Cooper Witten will be on deck for the Blues in the bottom of the second. Bixby looking into his catcher, Ryan Taman. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Mondu sees a fastball away at the knees. Good take. It's hard to lay off that one, but it's ball 1. And for the Foresters, compiling a lot of different players from around the country. See a lot of hometowns for the players, Texas and the Midwest. And here's Bixby with the 1-2. Mondu reaches for it, fouls it right side. Will it stay fair? It will not. It cuts out of play and foul ground off the bat of the right-handed hitter. Strike remains 1-2. We saw the right fielder Dominic Smaldino playing a little more shallow in right field. Currently the infield for the Sturs, straight away, the 2 middle infielders, D. Kennedy at short and Jack Bollinger, playing right on the board between the infield dirt and the outfield grass. There was a strikeout for Bixby to start this second inning, retiring Braden Comerford. And here's the 1-2 pitch, and Mondu chops it left side towards third, out of play. And we will do it again. Shortstop for the Blues, Mondu. Good work after Mason Bixby went relatively easy through Brendan Comerford, the leadoff batter for the Blues. 1 away, base is clear. Again, it remains 1-2. And the delivery, and Mondu sees a fastball away. She got away from the catcher, Ryan Taman, in the backstop. But it's 2-2 now. On deck will be Cooper Witten. Witten takes a moment. Mondu, the batter for the Blues, takes a moment. In the home pinstripe whites for the San Luis Obispo Blues. 1 away. Here is the 2-2 pitch from Bixby. And Mondu fouls it off again. The fastball inner half of the zone this time. Fouls it into the screen just to the right of home plate. It remains 2-2. And a great battle here from the shortstop from the Blues. First true battle between any batter against Mason Bixby so far. Here's the 2-2. Mondu reaches for it, skies it in right field. Having to go back is Smaldino. Camps out under it and makes the catch. Smaldino was playing shallow in right. Just has to trot back and makes the catch in right field to retire Braden Mondu. 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Still no score. That's going to bring up Cooper Witten, recently activated for the Blues. The right-handed batter stands in for the first time today. It's been fun watching Mason Bixby throw early in his outing. Seen a lot of the fastballs. There's an off-speed pitch. Gets away from Taman, but it will be ball number 1. 2 gone and the base is clear in the bottom of the second. No score. So far, the only base runner for either team was a walk worked by Ryan Taman for the Santa Barbara Foresters in the top half of the second inning. Coming set on the hill is Mason Bixby. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Witten fouls it back directly behind home plate. The backstop, strike number 1. Witten is able to reach Sebastian Lopez, the man from Seattle U, who waits on deck for the Blues. On opening day, we've got a very nice crowd here from Sinsheimer Stadium. They've been averaging around 1,200, 1,300 people. They're 8 games so far. Here's the 1-1, and Witten spits on a fastball low, ball 2. Very good following here in SLO for the Blues. When you look around at the yard here, first row of seats elevated. 5 rows of bleacher seats and then a grass berm surrounding the seats. 2 gone, base is clear. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Witten checks swing, called strike, says our home plate umpire on the slider from Mason Bixby. So it's 2-2. Witten takes a moment, stands back in. Bixby looks for another clean inning. Here's the 2-2. And Witten swing and a miss. He got him on another fastball low. And another 1-2-3 inning for the starter for the Foresters. We go to the third. No score from SLO.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the third inning from SLO, 8, 9, and 1. Due up for the Sturs. It'll be Caden Peterson, D. Kennedy, and Daniel Patterson. Peterson stands in for the first time as a Forester this season. The right-handed batter with Albright remaining on the hill. The pitch, and the fastball misses low to Caden Peterson, ball 1. And for Peterson, just completed his sophomore season at Pacific. Going into his junior year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Peterson, right side, a ground ball to the first baseman, Braden Comerford. Scoops up with ease and trots over to first base. Not a problem for him. One away with Peterson grounding out to first. Off the bat, that ball was immediately on the deck, rolling through the infield. And when you look at the infield here at Simsheimer Stadium, not the tightest mown infield grass, so you definitely expect the balls hitting the infield. Any rolling balls going to be moving probably a little bit slower than what some of these players are used to. But with one away and the base is clear, that brings up D. Kennedy for the first time, 9-hole hitter. Here's the pitch, and it misses low on a slider from Albright, ball 1. For D. Kennedy, just finished up his freshman year at the University of Texas. Good number of players coming from that program. Here's the 1-0. Kennedy flares it off one hop to the shortstop, charging his Mondu, and the throw over to first base in time to retire Kennedy. The one hopper to the shortstop, and it was a good pick and throw. So 2 quick outs for Cody Albright. And the lineup will turn over for the first time today for the Foresters. It's going to be Daniel Patterson, grounded out to second base in the first, with no score here from SLO, top of the third inning. Sturs have no one aboard and 2 out. Albright comes set. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on the heater from Cody Albright, inducing the swing from Patterson. Strike 1. Coming set. Albright on the hill. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Patterson. Patterson sees another fastball. Misses away, just away at belt height. For the junior, I should say, going to be senior at Westmont College. But it's 1-1, 2 gone. Albright, the delivery, and the 1-1 skied in the infield. The third baseman moving over. Lopez gets under it and makes the catch. It's another clean inning for a starting pitcher. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. No score from San Luis Obispo.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We head to the bottom of the third. From Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo, Mason Bixby remains on the hill. The starting pitcher for the Santa Barbara Foresters. He's going to face the bottom of the order. Sebastian Lopez, Owen Estabrook, and Gio Blanchett. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Blues. For Santa Barbara, when you look at their docket this season, they've only got 11 road games, and they're checking one off here this afternoon. Along with those 11 road games, 23 at home at Santa Barbara High School. But here's Bixby coming set the pitch, and the fastball missing into the right-handed batter. Lopez, ball number 1. And for Lopez, man who plays for Seattle University, bats from the right side. Bixby coming set, the 1-0 pitch, and Lopez sees a heater away, ball 2. It's been fun watching Bixby pitch. The menace on the hill, and just look at him standing at 6'7", 240. Of the 18 innings he pitched at TCU this season, struck out 26, walked 15, had an ERA of 4.5 on the year. Here's a 2-0, and Lopez takes a strike at the knees on another heater, 2-1. It's been a lot of cloudy skies north of Santa Barbara with the winds blowing out over towards left field. Here's the 2-1, and it nearly clipped the left side of Sebastian Lopez. Had to jump back just a fraction. He evades the ball, takes ball 3, 3-1. On deck will be Owen Estabrook. Coming set, Bixby. Here's the 3-1 offering. Lopez lines it right side in the outfield, and it goes out of play in foul ground. Full count now for the third baseman, Sebastian Lopez. Through 2 innings, no score on opening day for the Foresters. Count full. Here's the payoff pitch to Lopez. Bixby, a delivery. And Lopez chops off 2 hops towards short. D. Kennedy scoops it, and that ball went in and out of his glove. And as a result, Sebastian Lopez will reach, go down as an E6. Chopped on 2 hops to D. Kennedy. And that ball just, when he looked to transfer it from his glove to his throwing hand, mishandled it, so that's the first base runner of the ball game for the Blues. Lopez reaches on the E6. That's going to bring up Owen Estabrook. The Blues now having their first base runner. Estabrook bats out of the 8th spot. And he is familiar with Santa Barbara. He plays for Columbia University, but hometown Santa Barbara. And these two teams, long-standing rivals, and they're going to face themselves. These two teams are going to face off quite a lot throughout this season. Here's the pitch. Runner goes off the first pitch. It's a great throw from the catcher, Taman. And they caught him. What a throw from Ryan Taman. Wasn't even close. The run from Lopez after the first pitch. Going to make a jump to second base. Had to slide in, but was about 1.5 yards when that ball was reaching the glove of Jack Bollinger, the second baseman. So Lopez reached on the air, thrown out at second. Heck of a throw from the catcher, Ryan Taman. So it's 0-1 for Owen Estabrook. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike number 2. 0-2, Bixby trusting his infield behind him, and a fantastic throw from the catcher, Taman. But here's the 0-2, and a swing and a miss on another fastball, and Estabrook goes down on strikes, and that's the 4th K for Mason Bixby. 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score, but Mason Bixby with another heater high in the zone, inducing the swing from the catcher for the Blues. 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Base is clear. Here's Gio Blanchett, the 9-hole hitter, serving as the DH. Bixby comes set the pitch, and Blanchett flares it back into the screen behind home plate. He's jammed tight to the hands. Right-handed batter, 0-1. So for the Blues, they got their first base runner. Lopez reached on the E6. When Estabrook stood in and on the first pitch, coaching staff sent Lopez to second. He got thrown out. Here's the 0-1 pitch now. And the fastball missing high for ball 1 to Gio Blanchett. DH takes a moment, steps back in. Mason coming set on the hill for the Forsters. Here's the 1-1. Blanchett, slow roller right side. The first baseman has to charge. There's Johnny Rodriguez, and covering first base is the pitcher, Mason Bixby. So Gio Blanchett will ground out 3-1. Great coverage from the pitcher, and you saw in that infield grass when that ball was hit, Rodriguez was playing back, but more of the shabby infield. Rodriguez, as a result, the first baseman had to charge with that grass slowing down the baseball, and covering was the pitcher, and another inning where Bixby only has to face 3. We head to the 4th, no score from SLO.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the 4th from SLO. No score between the Forsters and the Blues in the season opener for Santa Barbara. The Blues, of course, playing 8 games already, non-league games. They have a record of 6-2, but the first countable game for the postseason for both teams. Be Drew Markle, Johnny Rodriguez, Dominic Smaldino due up. It's 2-3-4 for the Sturs. Right-handed batter stands in for the second time. He struck out swinging against Cody Albright, starting pitcher who remains on the hill. Here's the pitch. Swung on in the right center field. The center fielder, Ethan Royal, moves in and over and makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Markle lifting it into the gap. Ethan Royal, the center fielder, making the catch with ease in right center field. And Markle retired 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Now here comes Johnny Rodriguez. Made a smart play defensively to end the bottom of the 3rd. He was staying right about even with the bag. Then when he saw that infield grass slow down the baseball, he charged, and his pitcher covered for him. Here's the first pitch to Rodriguez, and the slider missing down and in from the right-hander on the hill, Cody Albright, ball 1. Rodriguez, he struck out swinging in the 1st. 1 away, bases clear, no score. Here's the pitch, and the 1-0 check swing, and the fastball misses away, ball 2. So far today for the Forsters, they've only had 1 base runner. It was a walk. Worked by Ryan Taman. Bats out of the 5 spot. Base is clear. The 2-0 pitch. And Rodriguez chops off 1 high hop to the second baseman, Hicks ball, and makes the catch. The throw in time. That ball was jacked in front of home plate. And again, we've seen this already today. That ball went about 20, 25 feet in the air, and it landed perfectly in the glove of Jake Hicksonbaugh, second baseman. Throw over in time at first. So 2 quick outs for Cody Albright, the starter for the Blues. For Albright, he has retired the last 5 in order. And now in stands Dominic Smaldino, the right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on right side, now in foul ground. The first baseman moves over, but that ball goes out of play over the first base dugout into the top row of seats. And when you look at Sinsheimer Stadium here in SLO, elevated stands. First row of seats start about the top of the dugout. 5 rows of bleacher seats, and then nice grassy seating for a lot of fans to come in and sit. But here's the 0-1 pitch, and the off-speed finds a strike zone. 0-2 for Smaldino. He didn't like the call. Looked like it missed away to the right-hand batter. But with 2 gone, bases clear. Dominic down in the count, 0-2. Coming set, Albright. See what it goes to here. The pitch and the fastball fought off by the right-handed batter up out of play. We will do it again. For Smaldino, struck out swinging in the second. Faces Albright for the second time. Both starting pitchers have looked very strong to start their outings, to say the least. With 2 out, here's the 0-2 pitch. Smaldino sees a slider away. Great keep there from Estabrook, even though no one on base. Sliding over to his right. Ball 1. Albright takes a moment, looks in now. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. No score. The 1-2 pitch. And Smaldino sees a heater high. Ball 2. Smaldino is able to reach Ryan Taman. Catcher for the Sturs will be on deck. We've seen a gentle breeze blowing in towards the left field, cutting across the playing surface. But here's the pitch, the 2-2. Smaldino chops it off 2 hops to the third baseman. Here is Lopez to throw across the diamond. Gets away from the first baseman. Smaldino now tries to get to second, and he will. So Dominic Smaldino will reach base and get all the way to second on the error. Likely go down as an E5 on Sebastian Lopez. So Smaldino motors his way all the way to second. The first baseman, Brian Cumberford, was stretched now, trying to pick that ball out of the dirt, unable to do so. Underthrown ball from Lopez, and as a result, Smaldino on the error gets all the way to the second station. And that will bring up Ryan Taman. Runner aboard with 2 gone. Top of the 4th, no score. Here's the first pitch to Ryan. And the fastball misses low, ball 1. And when you look at the scoreboard so far, no runs, no hits, but both teams have a single error. Taman, before Smaldino, was the only one to reach base with a walk. Here's the 1-0. And the runner jumps to third, and that they got him at third. Smaldino tried to make a jump to the third station, and he is thrown out. Caught stealing. Great throw from Estabrook. And just like the counterpart for the Blues, Sebastian Lopez tried to make a jump. It was about a yard and a half away when the ball reached the covering player. So Smaldino caught stealing for the third out. You're going to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score between the Sturs and the Blues.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. No score between the Blues and the Sturs. Opening day for Santa Barbara, and the story so far going to the bottom of the fourth. Starting pitching has been phenomenal for both teams. When you look at Mason Bixby's ledger, the only man to reach base was Sebastian Lopez so far, reaching on an error. Conversely, for Cody Albright, the starter for the Blues, he's only allowed a walk. Another base runner for the Foresters, reaching on an error. Some very good pitching. It's been fun to watch so far. Going to the bottom of the fourth, no score. It's going to be the second time through now for the Blues. Ethan Royal, Jake Hicksonbaugh, and Jordan Lewis, top of the order to face Mason Bixby. 3 right-handers. Check that. 2 right-handers and a lefty for the Blues, with Bixby coming set, the big right-hander on the hill. The pitch. Fastball misses away to the righty. Ball 1. And for Ethan Royal, led things off for the Blues in the first. Had a pop-up to short. D. Kennedy is there defensively for the Foresters. Bixby comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Royal, foul tip back into the glove. Strike number 1. And for the San Luis Obispo Blues, bottom of this fourth inning, you actually look at their history, found in 1946 by some World War II veterans with Bixby. The 1-1 pitch. Royal, it's like he was trying to check his swing, but he goes through the zone for strike 2 as a fastball from Bixby. Now you've seen some velocity, that is for sure from Mason. Sitting upper 90s, hitting triple digits on his 4-seam heater. The off batter at a 1-2 count, the pitch, and Royal reaches for it, stays alive, pokes it back in the netting to the right of home plate. He will do it again. When the team left from Santa Barbara, sunny skies and some very nice weather, and it turned heading up north through the 101. Still gray and dreary skies here from SLO. Just a light breeze going to the left field. 1-2 pitch, lifted in right center field, and that ball will be caught by Drew Markle, who was playing very shallow in center field. Had to just move over into right center field. He's playing directly behind second base and has to move over about 10 yards to his left, but makes the catch. So Ethan Royal to pop up into the outfield. One away in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to bring up Jake Hicksonbaugh. Hicksonbaugh strikeout in the first. Bats from the left side. The pitch. Fastball misses just above belt high and away. Ball number 1. Bixby working quick now from the hill. Here's the 1-0. Hicksonbaugh checks swing, but takes a strike on another fastball. 1-1. For the Foresters, game 1 of 34 this summer before postseason play. 34 on the regular season schedule. Bixby coming set. 1-1 count. The pitch, and Hicksonbaugh takes another strike. Another fastball from Mason. 1-2. Jordan Lewis will be on deck for the SLO Blues. Base is clear, 1 away, no score, bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch, and the 1-2 swing, and a drop third strike. Just picking up is Ryan Taman, applying the tag for the second out, but Mason Bixby deucing another swing and miss. 5 Ks for the starter for the Foresters. 2 gone in the bottom of the fourth. That time it was the changeup from Bixby. It was dined right in front of the zone, deucing the swing from Jake Hicksonbaugh. So 2 gone, bases clear. That's going to bring up Jordan Lewis with a fly out into left in the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on out of play over the third base dugout. Strike number 1. As we're approaching the 5th inning, again, you can't say it enough. The starting pitching from both starters today has been remarkable so far. 2 gone, bases clear. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And the delivery. Swing and miss, the fastball. That looked like it had a little extra sauce behind it from Bixby. Probably pushing 100 on that last one. 0-2. Bixby comes set. Right-handed pitcher, 2 gone. Here's the 0-2. Lewis sees an off-speed pitch, pops up. It goes above the netting into the stands, actually, in terms of the fans sitting on the grass embankment surrounding all the bleacher seats. But strike number 2, Remains 0-2. Bixby comes set, looking into Ryan Taman. 0-2 pitch to Lewis. Lewis, swing and a miss again. On the changeup, another strikeout from Mason Bixby. It was a drop third strike and just applying the tag, Ryan Taman. Jordan Lewis, swing and a miss. The nasty changeup from Bixby, and he has his 6th strikeout of the day. We go to the 5th. No score between the Sturs and the Blues.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's time for the Finney's 5th inning, brought to you every Foresters game by Finney's Craft House on Lower State Street. It's a great place for the Forester fans to gather before or after a game. Finney's Craft House. So we head to the 5th for the Sturs. Ryan Taman, DiMaggio, and Bollinger due up. No score between the Blues and the Sturs. Here's the first pitch, and it is fouled off by Ryan Taman for strike number 1. For Taman, been only one of 2 Foresters to reach base against Cody Albright. Worked a walk in the 2nd. Albright comes set, the 0-1, and a swing and a foul tip back in the glove of Estabrook for strike number 2 for Ryan Taman. Through 4 innings, phenomenal starting pitching for both the Blues and the Sturs. Here's the 0-2, and Taman sees a slider down in the dirt, ball 1. To follow Ryan Taman, Jess DiMaggio and Jack Bollinger for the Foresters. Talked about Taman. He's had some great defensive plays behind the dish already. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he sees a slider just missing away at the knees. Ball 2. Coming set on the hill, Cody Albright. The leadoff batter, Taman at a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's popped up sky high, but it goes out of play. Into the seats behind the first base dugout. And there's a very nice crowd here this afternoon from SLO. And the Blues, they draw in, on average so far through the first 8 games, right around 1,300 fans every night. Great atmosphere to play in. It's 2-2, and the delivery to Taman. Taman sees an off-speed pitch, chops it to the third baseman, but it goes out of play. Sebastian Lopez down at the hot corner was trying to backhand it, but it goes out of play. So he remains 2-2 for Ryan Taman. And for Taman, 16 starts this season at Cal. His average 254. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he is rung up. An off-speed pitch from Cody Albright, and Ryan Taman goes down looking. Just found the outer half of the zone. And that is how the top of the 5th inning starts off. Taman goes down looking for the first out. No score so far. Bases clear, 1 away. And here is Jesse DiMaggio, the DH. Stands in for the 2nd time. And the pitch. And the fastball missing away at the knees, ball 1. For DiMaggio, and a pop-up and foul ground was caught by the first baseman back in the 2nd. But DiMaggio, a very solid senior year coming in out of high school. Here's the 1-0, and DiMaggio checks swing, and he's able to lay off of it for ball 2 as a fastball low. Cody Albright. Jack Bollinger will follow DiMaggio. One away, bases clear. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This ball is popped up, flared directly behind home plate, over the netting again. Seen a couple balls just flutter over the netting, which stands about 25, 30 feet tall. Goes into the grass seats here at Sinsheimer Stadium. It's 2-1, and the pitch, and DiMaggio chops it, and this ball gets past the second baseman for a base hit. There's the first hit of the ball game coming in off the bat. Jesse DiMaggio chops off 2 hops through the infield. It looked like Jake Hicksonball, the second baseman, might have a crack at it, but it just evades his glove and goes into center field. Jesse DiMaggio has the first hit for the Forsters, the 2024 season. A 1-out knock for the soon-to-be Westmont Warrior. And that's going to bring up Jack Bollinger. Stands in now, runner at first. One away. Here's the pitch. Bollinger sees a ball in on a fastball from Cody Albright. Ball 1. And that base hit from Jesse DiMaggio in center field. First knock of the ball game for either team. For Jack Bollinger, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Here's the pitch. Turned on in right field. It's lined, and that ball falls in front of Jordan Lewis in right field for a base hit. So Jesse DiMaggio had a 1-out single, and Jack Bollinger follows it up with a liner in right field, falling right in front of Jordan Lewis for another knock, and the Sturs now in business, 2 aboard with only 1 out. Cody Albright, who had not allowed a hit, is now giving up 2 consecutive hits here, top of the 5th. Still no score, and the Forsters trying to change that. Caden Peterson now stands in, 2 aboard. Here's the pitch. Peterson sees a ball low, like the off-speed pitch from Albright, ball 1. So currently Jesse DiMaggio at second, Jack Bollinger at first. Forsters looking to strike first on opening day. Look back to second base from Albright, the 1-0 pitch. Peterson spits on it, fastball missing low, ball 2. D. Kennedy stands on deck for the Sturs. First real opportunity for either team in this ball game. Try to put up some runs. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Peterson flies it in the center field, shallow center field, going back to shortstop, but that ball will fall in the Bermuda Triangle, and the bases will be low. The shortstop, left fielder, and center fielder all converged and fell in the middle of all 3, and the bases will be loaded. Cody Albright through 4 1/3 had not allowed a hit, and now 3 consecutive hits for the Forsters. DiMaggio, Bollinger, and now Caden Peterson. That's going to bring up D. Kennedy, the 9-hole hitter. Phenomenal opportunity for the Sturs to strike first here on opening day. Albright comes set, and the pitch. Kennedy swing and a miss on the heater from Cody Albright. Ball, strike number 1. For Kennedy, grounded out to short in the 3rd. Trying to drive in the first runs of the season for the Forsters. Bases loaded, only 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. Kennedy takes a fastball low in the zone, strike 2. Daniel Patterson, the top of the order, stands on deck. Albright trying to compose himself after giving up 3 consecutive hits. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kennedy reaches for it, goes out of play over the first base dugout, where the Blues are housed here from SLO. Kennedy just trying to protect the plate. Did well there. DiMaggio at third. Bollinger at second. Peterson at first. All reaching on base hits. Here's the 0-2. Kennedy sees a fastball away. Ball 1. Daniel Patterson waits on deck. Kennedy try to keep the line moving. Only 1 out, and the base is juiced here in the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Kennedy, he spits on it. Slider missing away. Ball 2. And for the Foresters, biggest opportunity of the day by far, trying to capitalize. Bases loaded, only a single out. Here's the 2-2. Kennedy fouls it back over the netting to the right of home plate. So it remains 2-2. You're looking at the dimensions here. Sinsheimer Stadium, dead away 395, right field line 320, 335, left field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Kennedy fouls it back in the netting again, just to the right of home plate. He will do it again. Albright did not allow a hit through 4 1/3. Has given up 3 consecutive base hits. Only a single out, bases loaded. Remains 2-2 for D. Kennedy. Here it is. Kennedy check swing. He did not go. Full count. Massive pitch here for Cody Albright. 3-2 with the bases loaded. And Daniel Patterson standing on deck, top of the order. Massive pitch here. Time being called by our umpiring crew. Re-engaging now on the hill, Albright. It's 3-2. Bases loaded, only a single out. Here's the pitch. Kennedy turns on it, nearly takes off the head of the man at third base. Jesse DiMaggio goes out of play. DiMaggio playing a couple feet off third base. That line drive foul. Sharply hit off the bat of D. Kennedy, the right-handed batter. Count full. 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. D. Kennedy down on strikes and a massive strikeout for Albright. And the Sturs, they still have an out to work with here in the 5th. But Kennedy swinging a miss on that fastball high in the zone from Cody Albright. For Albright, it's a massive pitch with the bases loaded. Count full, only a single out. Instead of allowing a run to score, he gets the second out with the punch out. But here's Patterson. First pitch, and swung on out of play over the first base dugout. For Daniel Patterson, 0 for 2 today. A ground out to second and a pop up to third. He's got the bases loaded in front of him. 2 gone. Sturs try to strike first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Patterson swinging a miss. Another fastball from Albright. And quickly down the count is Patterson. 0-2. Still a scoreless ball game. Patterson trying to change that with one swing of the bat here. Here's the pitch, the 0-2. Patterson reaches on a slider, lifts it up and out of play. Almost a carbon copy of 2 pitches ago. Big looping ball off the bat, the right-handed batter over the first base dugout. Jesse DiMaggio remains at third. Jack Bollinger at second. Caden Peterson at first. 2 gone, 0-2 the count. The delivery, Patterson, this ball is into right. Will it get down? It will not. Jordan Lewis makes the catch in right field, and the bases are left loaded for the Foresters. They had an opportunity but could not convert. Patterson the line out into right field, and we are going to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score between the Blues and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, Making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and the fifth inning brought to you by Finney's Craft House on Lower State. It's a great place for the Forester fans to gather before or after the game. Finney's Craft House. Well, we're going to have a pitching change for the Foresters heading to the bottom of the fifth. Mason Bixby, the starter, went 4 innings, allowing no hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 6. So we'll have a new pitcher. Will be Jax Lewis coming in for Mason Bixby. You have to say, what a performance from him. Man from TCU. What an effort. Going those 4 innings, striking out 6, and not allowing a hit. It's going to be the heart of the order coming up for the Blues. Going to the bottom of the fifth, no score. Braden Comerford leads things off. Here's the pitch. And the first pitch from Jax Lewis misses high on the fastball, ball 1. And for Jax Lewis, the right-handed pitcher, another man from TCU. He was moving quickly the second pitch on the way, and it finds a strike zone on a heater, 1-1. Not wasting any time on the hill for the right-hander. Here's the 1-1. Comerford rolls it foul down the third baseline. It's 1-2. Comerford, Braden Mondew, and Cooper Witten due up in this inning. Still no score between the Blues and the Sturs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Comerford reaches for it, lines it over to Bollinger. Should really flared it up towards the second baseman, and the second baseman makes the catch with ease. Braden Comerford retired for the first out in the bottom of the fifth. A little flare up, handled well by Jack at second. One away in the bottom of the fifth. For Jax Lewis, man who hails from Georgia, did not play this year at TCU. Had a very good high school career. Here's the first pitch to Mondew, lined over off to one hop to the third baseman, in and out of the glove of Patterson. Can he recover the throw? Not in time. Pulling off Johnny Rodriguez, the first baseman for the Foresters. See how this one is scored. Likely a hit. We'll have to wait and see. That ball was hit to Patterson at third. No, it's going to go down as an error on the throw. And the reception as well from Patterson. So reaching is Braden Mondew off the first pitch, sharply hit toward the third baseman. Had a hard time getting it into his glove, and the throw pulling off Rodriguez at first. So that's the second error of the day on the Foresters. The 1-out error to bring up Cooper Witten now for the Blues at the dish. Lewis, he's been moving quick on the hill. Here's the first pitch, and this ball is into center field, but a diving catch from D. Kennedy. Lying out at short. D. Kennedy, the shortstop, diving and making a phenomenal play behind second base, laying out Superman style, extending his left hand with the glove on it, and robs Cooper Witten of a base hit in the center field. What an athletic move there from D. Kennedy to rob Witten of a base hit. Diving play from the shortstop. What an effort from D. That's going to bring up Sebastian Lopez, 2 gone, runner at first. The pitch, slider misses down and away, ball 1. So Braden Mondew remains at first, reaching on the E5, 2 gone, bottom of the fifth, no score. It's 1-0 for Sebastian Lopez. And here's the pitch, and Lewis delivers a ball, missing low on a slider, 2-0. Sebastian Lopez reached on error. And so far today for the Blues, there are only 2 men to reach base, both on errors. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Turned on out of play, foul left side, past third base. You see these balls hit off the barrel, sharply hit. Decent exit velocity, but right when it hits the infield grass, that ball is immediately killed. Or shabbier grass on the infield, definitely affecting the balls. With 2 out, here's the 2-1 pitch, but check over to first base. Good move from Jax Lewis on the pickoff move. Keep tabs on Braden Mondew, who reached on the error for the Blues. In the bottom of the fifth, no score. Lewis coming set for the Foresters on the hill. Here's the 2-1. Lopez sees one right at the belt, in, nearly clips him. It's ball 3. Mason Bixby got the start, 4 innings, not allowing a hit, struck out 6, and enters Jax Lewis. Coming set. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Lopez. And Lopez sees a slider in there for strike 2, full count. And Jax Lewis moving very fast on the rubber. Gets his pitch, wastes no time. We'll glance over to first base. Here's a payoff pitch to Lopez on its way, and Lopez on a slider stays alive. Just fouls it off to the right of home plate. For Braden Mondu, who remains at first base, having to trot back after Lopez fouled it off. Both Mondu's at first, and Lopez the only 2 to reach base today for the Blues. Payoff pitch, and the slider just missing a bit high. Ball 4, and that is the first walk given up today by the Foresters. So a 2-out walk worked by Sebastian Lopez for the Blues. Now we'll bring up Owen Estabrook or SLO. It's the first time today that SLO have had 2 base runners. Let's not forget top half of this inning, the Foresters had the bases loaded with 1 out, unable to convert. Here's the 8-hole hitter. An opportunity now for the Blues. Try to put up some runs. Still no score here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Flared up over the first base dugout. Strike number 1 for Owen Estabrook, who struck out swinging against Mason Bixby back in the 3rd. Braden Mondu reached on the E5 is at 2nd. Sebastian Lopez, who worked a walk. It's Jax Lewis now at 1st. Lewis coming set. Man from TCU. Hails from Georgia. And the 0-1 pitch to Estabrook. Estabrook sees a ball in the dirt, and a great pick from Ryan Taman on the slider, missing from Lewis. 1-1. Ryan Taman's had some fantastic defensive plays here this afternoon. Threw out Lopez at 2nd in the 3rd. Some great picks, keeping the base runners at bay. Here's the 1-1. Missing away. Another slider. 2-1. Gio Blanchett, the DH, awaits on deck, the 9-hole hitter for the Blues. But for Jax Lewis, does not want to have any part of him with 2 out, 2 base runners. Look back to second base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Estabrook takes a strike on a slider again to even up the count from Jax Lewis, the reliever for the Foresters. Still cloudy skies overhead. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Estabrook gets rung up. Called strike 3, and Jax Lewis, he got him with that slider again. So a pair of base runners stranded for the San Luis Obispo Blues, and Jax Lewis picks up his first K of the day. We go to the 6th, no score between the Foresters and the Blues.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the 6th inning from San Luis Obispo. No score still between the Foresters and the Blues, and we have a pitching change for SLO. Marco Cipolla will now enter the ballgame, the right-handed pitcher. Pitches for CU Colorado Springs, just finished up his freshman year. So for the final line for Cody Albright, he went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, allowed 1 walk, and struck out 5, the starting pitcher today for the Blues. Quality starting pitching for both teams. Bill Pintard, the manager for the Foresters, electing to pull Mason Bixby, going 4 hitless innings and striking out 6. Likely a smart play still so early in the season. Keep Bixby fresh moving forward. No sense to stress him early. But fantastic outing from Mason Bixby, the starting pitcher today for the Foresters. But now coming up to the plate will be Drew Markle, Johnny Rodriguez, and Dominic Smaldino. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Foresters. In the last inning for the Sturs, they had the bases loaded with only a single out, and they were unable to convert and drive in any runs. We still have no score here. Sinsheimer Stadium in SLO. When you look at the scoreboard, no runs for either team. 3 hits for the Sturs, 2 errors. Conversely, for the Blues, no hits and a single error through 5 innings. So Marco Cipolla, the first reliever out of the bullpen today for the Blues. San Luis Obispo wearing their white pinstripes, with the Sturs wearing their blue tops, gray bottoms. Drew Markle today is 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first. A fly out into center in the 4th. And for Markle, fantastic runner for Bill Pintard. And talking with him about the role for Drew Markle, maybe in the infield or the outfield. A lot of versatility from the man who just finished up his freshman year at Ole Miss. And who hails from Texas. A lot of players from the state of Texas, their hometowns. But now here's the first pitch to Markle, looking for a bunt. Pulls it back and takes ball 1, like the heater from Cipolla. Bit of a longer delay between the last inning. All the fans here throwing tennis balls, trying to make it into buckets on the playing surface, delaying the start of this inning. And, of course, the pitching change as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Markle in the right center field, having to go back. It's Ethan Royal into the gap, the center fielder, and moves over and makes the catch to retire Drew Markle. So Markle, another fly out into center field, 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. No score between the Sturs and the Blues. Here comes Johnny Rodriguez. Bats from the left side, 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging and a ground out to second here this afternoon, but of course facing Marco Cipolla for the first time. Here's the pitch. Swung on in the left center field. The left fielder moving over, Cooper Witten, and makes the catch. So 1 pitch and a second out already for Marco Cipolla. He's moving quick, coming in out of the bullpen, relieve starting pitcher Cody Albright. Johnny Rodriguez, the first baseman, flying out into left field. Here's Dominic Smaldino. A strikeout swinging in the second, reach on error in the 4th. Here's the pitch. And Smaldino takes fastball down the middle for strike number 1. And for Dominic, finishing up, playing his freshman year at Cal. Sees the 0-1 pitch and swing and a miss on a slider, and he's quickly down the count, 0-2. Graduated from J. Sarah High School, Ladero Ranch native in California. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Smaldino, he gets hit, and he gets to first base. This hit by a pitch is brought to you by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So Dominic Smaldino just gets clipped by Marco Cipolla. He will reach base for the 2nd time today. And that's going to bring up Ryan Taman. The Sturs have a 2-out base runner. Cipolla coming set for the Blues on the hill. Here's the pitch. And Taman jammed towards his hands and fouled up. Out of play, right side over the first base dugout. Strike number 1. Taman today was the first man to reach base for the Sturs. He had a walk in the 2nd and struck out looking in the last inning. Cipolla looks into his catcher, Owen Estabrook. Runner at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ryan Taman. Taman sees a fastball missing high. Estabrook tried to frame it behind the dish, but misses for ball 1. Still no score. Top of the 6th inning. Small Dino at first. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball high from Marco Cipolla. Ryan Taman gets ahead in the count 2-1. If Ryan's able to reach, Jesse DiMaggio awaits on deck for the Sturs. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Taman. Taman upstairs lifted in foul ground and no chance for the first baseman, Brendan Comerford. Moves over, it goes out of play. Couple rows back in the bleacher seats. It's 2-2. So far in this ball game, only 3 hits for either team, all 3 for the Sturs. It's 2-2, 2 gone. Here's the pitch. And the slider misses down and away to the catcher, Taman. Full count. DiMaggio waits on deck. And the Foresters put something together here with 2 out. Small Dino was hit. He's at first. Here's the payoff pitch to Taman. Taman swing and a miss. The fastball low in the zone, and Marco Cipolla gets his first K of the day. Still no score. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. No score between the Blues and the Foresters.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. From SLO, 9-1-2 will be due up for the Blues. Remaining on the hill for the Foresters will be Jax Lewis, who entered in the last inning for Mason Bixby. Lewis tired the first batter he faced. The second man he faced reached on error, allowed a walk, and also struck out Owen Estabrook for the 3rd out of the last inning. So Gio Blanchette, serving as the DH, the 9-hole hitter, will stand in for the 2nd time today. First time he will face Jax Lewis. Lewis going quick. Here's the first pitch. Slider fouled back. Strike number 1. For the Santa Barbara Foresters, game 1 of 34 this 2024 season. Blanchette standing back in. Going quick now is Lewis. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Another slider from Lewis. 0-2. Top of the order, awaits on deck for the SLO Blues. It's Ethan Royal. And Lewis. Crazy tempo he's got on the hill. The 0-2 pitch and a swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Taman. He got the heater this time on Gio Blanchette, and consecutive strikeouts now for Jax Lewis. Striking out the first man in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still no score between the Blues and the Foresters. But as soon as he gets his pitch call, wastes no time. Blanchette stood back in, and as soon as he stood in, and here's the pitch already. A chopper from Ethan Royal back to the mound, scooped up by Lewis, and throw over to first base in time. Ethan Royal barely stood in the box, and Jax Lewis was about starting his windup. So quickly, Ethan Royal grounds out 1-3 for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll start talking about anything else with Jake Hicksonbaugh standing in. Hicksonbaugh takes a little moment, likely trying to throw Jax Lewis out of his rhythm. Already here's the pitch to Hicksonbaugh. Fastball missing away to the left-handed batter. Ball 1. Bases cleared, 2 gone. Bottom of 6. No score between the Sturs and the Blues. Here's the 1-0. Hicksonbaugh takes a fastball down the middle, 1-1. Jax has done well coming in this ballgame, relieving Mason Bixby. Here's the 1-1. And that ball bounces in front of Ryan Taman, the catcher, in front of the plate. Bounces away to the right of home plate. It's ball number 2. In the first countable CCL game of the regular season, the Blues already playing 8 games so far. Here's the 2-1. Hicksonbaugh chops it over to first base. Backing up is Johnny Rodriguez. Judges it very well as that ball meandered its way through the infield grass and touches the bag. No problem at all for Johnny at first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jax Lewis. We're still scoreless going to the 7th here in SLO.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We head to the 7th in SLO. No score between the Sturs and the Blues. Jesse DiMaggio will lead things off. Marco Cipolla remains on the hill. Here's the first pitch. Turned on in the left center field for Jesse DiMaggio. Stay in the yard. Moving back is the left fielder Witten and makes the catch. So 1 pitch and 1 out as Jesse DiMaggio, the DH, flies out in the left field. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up Jack Bollinger. For Bollinger, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, had a base hit in the 5th. It's the 2nd hit of the day for the Sturs. They've currently got 3. Here's the pitch. Bollinger swing and fouls it, looked like off the catcher Estabrook. Strike number 1. And for the Foresters, currently a scoreless ball game, trying to get some base runners and break this stalemate. The 0-1. Bollinger chops it to Hopper over to the first baseman who charges Cumberford, and the pitcher covers the bag, and Cipolla does well. The pitcher from the hill covering over first base for his first baseman, Brendan Cumberford. And as a result, Jack Bollinger, he will ground out 3-1 for the 2nd out here in the top of the 7th. 2 quick outs from Marco Cipolla, who did well coming in relief for Cody Albright in the last inning. The starter went 5 for the Blues here today, but now in stands Caden Peterson. 2 gone, bases clear. The pitch. And Peterson sees a fastball away, 1-0. For Caden, ground out to first and also had a base hit in the 5th. That's when the Foresters had a chain of 3 consecutive knocks in the 5th. Here's the 1-0. And Peterson, slow roller over to third base. Lopez charges in from the third base station, and the throw gets past the first baseman, Brendan Cumberford. It looked like he had it, but it gets the fence, and holding up at second base is Caden Peterson. We'll see how this one is scored. That infield grass really slowed that ball down. Lopez, he charged, and he will be charged with an error. The 2nd error for both teams. Now both teams with 2 errors, and as a result, Caden Peterson motors his way all the way to second base. It's going to be really close if that throw was in time and on target to the first baseman, Brendan Cumberford. But it just evaded the mitt as he was trying to shovel it up out of the dirt. And as a result, Peterson, the 8-hole hitter for the Sturs, gets all the way to second base on the error. So that's going to bring up D. Kennedy for the third time. Trying to drive in the first run of the day for either team. Runner at second, 2 gone. Cipolla the pitch. And D. Kennedy, he takes a strike. Fastball high in the zone, 0-1. Also, if Kennedy is able to reach base top of the order, stands on deck. 0-1. Cipolla comes set. The 0-1. And off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. Had a little downward movement. You could tell Marco Cipolla, the pitcher for the Blues, took a little something off of that one. Couple looks back to second base. The 0-2 pitch. And Kennedy, fantastic take on a slider. 1-2, just missing a fraction away for D. Great take from the right-handed batter for the Sturs. Can they drive in the first run of the ball game? Runner at second for Santa Barbara. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's lifted out of play over the first base dugout. Big looping foul ball off the bat of D. And for Kennedy, Fort Worth, Texas native, 42 starts at Texas as a true freshman this year. Very impressive stuff for him. Here's the 1-2, and Kennedy spits on it. Takes like the changeup again low. Off speed misses, so it's 2-2 now. For Kennedy is ground out to short, and struck out in the 5th. Peterson, after the error, remains at second. Here's the 2-2. Kennedy sees a fastball away. Full count. Daniel Patterson remains on deck. Top of the 7th, no score. The Sturs looking to change that right now. Here's the payoff pitch. Kennedy sees ball 4 low. D will reach base on balls with 2 out. So Caden Peterson reached on the error. Could it be a costly 2-out error for the Blues if the Sturs are able to push something forward and into the plate? 2 aboard now for Daniel Patterson at the top of the order. Peterson is at second, Kennedy at first. And here is Daniel standing in for the 4th time. The pitch, Peterson chops it off, 2 hops to the third baseman, and just the force-out tag at third base for Sebastian Lopez. Scooped up that ground ball off the bat of Daniel Patterson and just had to touch third for the force-out. So the Forsters, they leave a couple stranded on the bases and could not convert. Stretch time here in SLO.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Going to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Sinsheimer Stadium, San Luis Obispo, California. First day of the 2024 season, where the Santa Barbara Foresters still no score between the Sturs and the Blues, the 2 longtime rivals, and these 2 teams will meet 7 more times throughout this season. That's right, nearly a quarter of the schedule for the Sturs this season against the Blues. It's going to be Jax Lewis against Jordan Lewis, the leadoff batter for the Blues. I should say Jordan Lewis, the batter for the Blues, takes the slider in for ball 1. It's 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Blues, bottom of the 7th. Jax Lewis, the pitcher for the Sturs, been moving very quick on the hill. Here's the 1-0. Jordan Lewis taps it foul behind home plate. Strike number 1. Talked about Jax Lewis. He's at TCU this last season. Does not compete, but here's the 1-1. And that fastball finds the strike zone. 1-2. But Jax Lewis out of Pinewood Christian Academy out down in Georgia, a three-time All-State player in high school. Very well-recognized pitcher around the country. Been doing very well in relief. Here's the 1-2 to the leadoff batter, and the slow roller chopper back to him on the hill. Lewis throws it over to his first baseman, Johnny Rodriguez, and the Sturs have their first out in the bottom of the 7th. Ground out back to the mound for Jordan Lewis, the leadoff batter for the Blues. And for Jax Lewis, he has retired his last 5 in order. He came in the 5th to relieve Mason Bixby, who went 4 innings, allowing no hits and struck out 6. Here's the first pitch to Braden Comerford, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch. A heater high in the zone from Jax Lewis. Now here's the 0-1 pitch already, and a slider, swing and a miss, strike 2. You have to imagine the pitch clock, especially in college, that has no effect on Jax Lewis and what he has probably done throughout his career, the way he moves. Here's the 0-2. This ball is lined and straight to the glove of Daniel Patterson, who lays out to his right and makes the catch. Great play from Daniel Patterson at the hot corner. Good reflexes. He had to reach across his body, get the glove on his left hand over on that ball. That ball might have been fair, might have been foul, but regardless, big play from Patterson at the hot corner and a line out for Braden Comerford. 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to Mondu, and this ball is in the left center field, and that ball will get down between Markle and Peterson in left and center field. And getting all the way to second base is Braden Mondu, and that is the first hit of the ball game for the Blues, and it's good for 2 bases. The 2-out stand-up double for Braden Mondu. He now finds himself in scoring position. So the Foresters had a combined no-hitter going through 6 2/3 between Mason Bixby and Jax Lewis. That will come to a close after the double by Mondu. This is going to bring up Cooper Witten. SLO now looking to drive in. First run of the ball game, trying to take a 1-0 lead here. Still no score. With 2 gone, now a runner in scoring position. The first pitch, and Witten takes a slider in the strike zone from Jax Lewis, the pitcher. For the Sturs, great delivery from Jax on the hill. 0-1. Witten today, he's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Couple looks back. Now the pitch. The 0-1 and swing and a miss on the heater this time from Jax Lewis. And he's quickly had 0-2 after giving up the first hit of the day for the Blues, coming in the 7th inning. Sebastian Lopez awaits on deck, but Lewis trying to take care of business right here against Cooper Witten. The right-handed batter, a couple waggles through the zone. The 0-2 pitch for Lewis, and this ball is hit down the third base line and into left field now. Out of play, foul. The ball was motoring down the third base line, and conversely down the left field line. But it remains 0-2. Cooper Witten, man batting at the 6th hole for the SLO Blues. Still no score. The pitching has been dominant for both teams. On opening day for the Foresters, trying to keep it a scoreless ball game headed to the 8th. Jax Lewis comes set for the Sturs with 2 gone, runner at second. Here is the 0-2 pitch to Cooper Witten. Lewis, couple looks back, but here's the 0-2 pitch, a slider and a check swing. Great take from the batter for the Blues, Cooper Witten. Slider just missing low. Jax Lewis, he's been moving so quick. Then with the runner at second, he's had a couple long holds and stare downs. To Braden Mondu at second base. He's currently set at the belt. Looking back to second base, still holding. Now firing the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Cooper Witten down on strikes. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Jax Lewis. And we are still scoreless. We are going to the 8th. No score between the Foresters and the Blues.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the 8th here in SLO. No score between the Sturs and the Blues. Drew Markle will lead things off. Here's the first pitch. Looks for a bunt down the left field line. Coming in the pitcher, and that ball will not get thrown off over to first base. So Drew Markle lays down a bunt. Left side, the catcher, the third baseman, Lopez, came in along with the pitcher on the hill, Cipolla, and Cipolla tried to field it, but unable to get a throw off in time. Didn't even throw over to first base. So Drew Markle leading off in the top of the 8th, lays down the bunt. Reaches base in the 4th hit of the day now for the Sturs, and that's going to bring up Johnny Rodriguez, who bats from the left side. Santa Barbara trying to push in some runs. They had some chances the last 2 innings. Checked out the 5th and last inning. So Rodriguez stands in and check over to first base for Drew Markle. Marco Cipolla remaining on the hill. The first reliever for the SLO Blues. But Rodriguez stands in for the 4th time today. Another check over to first base. Drew Markle, not the biggest leadoff at first in the world, but slides in head first back to the first pillow. Laid down the bunt left side. Johnny Rodriguez still awaits the first pitch from Marco Cipolla. Here it comes, and this ball is fouled back to the left of home plate for a strike. For Johnny today, strikeout swinging in the first, ground out to second, and a fly out into left. See what the manager, Bill Pintard, calls for the Foresters right here. Runner at first. 0-1 for Rodriguez. Long hold for Cipolla on the hill. Here's the pitch, and a big swing and a miss on the fastball through the zone for Marco Cipolla. Rodriguez well ahead of it. 0-2. On deck will be Dominic Smaldino. Behind him, Ryan Taman. No outs and a runner at first, top of the 8th. No score. Look into Cipolla. Comes set. The delivery. And Rodriguez left side, and that ball is fair down the left field line. Markle going to third, likely held up and going to second. Markle slides in at third, safe. And over to second base is Johnny Rodriguez. So Johnny Rodriguez has the second hit of the inning, good for 2 bases. And the Sturs in business, 2 in scoring position with no out here in the top of the 8th. You felt it coming for the Sturs. They had the bases loaded in the 5th, unable to push in a run in the 7th. And the last inning had a couple base runners. And now here in the 8th, it was a leadoff bump by Markle. Drew's now at third. And Johnny Rodriguez picking up his first hit of the summer. Good for 2 bases. Over to second. Now visit to the hill for Dean Traynor, the manager for the Blues. There is action in the bullpen for SLO, especially early in this ball game. Heavy pitchers duel didn't have her first hit until the 5th inning. And just in the last inning, the Blues picked up their first hit in the 7th. But now it's going to be Dominic Smaldino with runners at third and at second for the Foresters. Currently no score. Sturs looking to change that. Smaldino today's reached base twice, once on error, and he was also hit in the last time he stood in the 6th. Here's the first pitch, and Smaldino takes a fastball down the middle, 0-1. To follow Smaldino will be Ryan Taman. Huge opportunity here for the Sturs in the top half of the 8th, needing to convert, push in some runs. No outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Smaldino check swing but takes a strike. Off-speed pitch there from Marco Cipolla on the changeup. Drew Markle at third. Johnny Rodriguez second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Smaldino flares up in the right center field. Ethan Royal moves over but called off by the right field, and that ball will actually fall. Jordan Lewis, the right fielder, did not make the catch, and as a result, a run will score, and Dominic Smaldino will reach base. So Jordan Lewis unable to make the catch in right. Smaldino will reach on the air, and as a result, Drew Markle will come in to score, and the Foresters now lead 1-0 with runners on the corners. Ethan Royal, the center fielder for the Blues, and Jordan Lewis will both converging. Lewis from right had obviously the better look, trying to maybe make a throw over to home. It looks like he just looked towards home plate a little too soon, and that ball just fell beside his glove. As a result, Markle scores. Sturs now lead 1-0. That's the third error of the day for the Blues. Now a little discussion on the infield on the hill for the SLO Blues. Looking to reset. And the Sturs now in a big opportunity here. They've already pushed in one. Johnny Rodriguez is now at third. Dominic Smaldino now at first. Likely would have had the sac fly, but instead he reaches on the E9. With no outs, Ryan Taman stands in. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Coming set, Cipolla. Here's the first pitch. Runner goes to second. The throw. It's a good throw, but sliding in. Safe. Stolen base for Dominic Smaldino. It was a great throw from Estabrook, but better base running from Dominic Smaldino. And just like that, the Sturs 2 in scoring position. They've pushed in one already with no outs. Top of the 8th. Taman sees a 1-0 pitch, and this ball is flared up towards the second baseman. Jake Hicksonbaugh makes the catch. Didn't have to move his feet all that much. The infield playing in. So Taman, he was retired on the little pop-up. Both base runners hold at third and second, respectively. There's now one out here in the top of the 8th. And that's going to bring up Jesse DiMaggio. 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. DiMaggio takes a slider for a strike, 0-1. For the Sturs, they had a lot of base runners in the 5th when they had the bases loaded, unable to push in any runs. They get their first run in the ballgame and of the season in this inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A roller over to second base. Hicksonbaugh scoops up. A play at the plate, sliding in. Safe is Johnny Rodriguez. So another run will score. Johnny Rodriguez came in after that infield hit. Slides with ease. There's a collision between him and the catcher, Estabrook. As a result, Jesse DiMaggio will reach. Brings in a run, and Rodriguez immediately running from third base scores the second run of the inning, and the Sturs now lead 2-0. Top half of the 8th. Dominic Smaldino now to third. Jesse DiMaggio now at first. Now Dean Traynor, the manager, coming out, talking about the call at the plate. It was close. Estabrook collected the ball, but right as he was collecting it, sliding in was Johnny Rodriguez. But the run will score 2-0. Smaldino now at third, DiMaggio at first, and here is Jack Bollinger. And the first pitch to Jack, fastball misses away. Ball 1. So 2 runs in this inning for the Sturs. The 2-0, still only a single out. Runners on the corners. Bollinger trying to make it a bigger lead for his team. The 1-0 pitch and a swing in and out of the glove of Estabrook, but strike one for Bollinger. For Jack, ground into a fielder's choice. Got a base hit in the 5th. Then ground out 3-1 in the 7th. Still an opportunity here for the Sturs, looking for insurance runs now. Here's the 1-1. Bollinger, swing and a miss. A play at third base, now caught sleeping off a third. They got Smaldino. Smaldino had a couple feet off third base, and he's picked off for the second out, and at the same time advancing to second is Jesse DiMaggio. So picked off at third is Smaldino. So now 2 gone in the inning. It's now 1-2 for Jack Bollinger. And as a result, now at second base, Jesse DiMaggio. 2 gone. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Bollinger, swing and a miss. What a turn of events. The Sturs do push in 2, but Smaldino picked off of third for the second out. Jack Bollinger down on strikes. But the Sturs drive in 2 in the top half of the 8th. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Santa Barbara on top of SLO, 2-0.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bottom of the order due up for the Blues, but we have another pitching change this afternoon. For the Forsters, Jake Fields will now enter on the hill to relieve Jax Lewis. Currently, for the Santa Barbara Forsters, leading 2-0 after putting up 2 runs in the top half of the 8th. And for Jake Fields, the right-hander faced Lopez, Estabrook, and Blanchett in this inning. Here's the first pitch to Lopez. And the slider finds a strike zone, 0-1. And for Jake Fields, the right-hander, completed his freshman year at Long Beach State. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and the fastball actually looked like the changeup. Had a little tail at the end of it. Finds a strike zone, 0-2. Fields redshirted this past season at Long Beach. Finds himself ahead in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And Lopez fights it off over the first base dugout, out of play. We'll do it again. For Sebastian Lopez, it's only his 3rd time to stand in today. And every time he has faced a different pitcher, reached on an error and also has worked a walk. There's the 0-2 pitch. And Lopez, swing and a miss. The heater from Jake Fields, and he has his first K of the season. Santa Barbara pitching staff has done phenomenal in terms of that department, getting swing and misses. 11 combined strikeouts so far for the pitching staff for the Sturs. Bixby had 6. Jackson Lewis had 3. Check that, 4. Now in the bottom of the 8th inning, Sturs up 2-0. Here's Owen Estabrook. Stands in for the 3rd time today. The pitch from Fields And fastball finds the lower half of the zone, 0-1. So regardless of how this ball game ends, the Sturs and the Blues will get very familiar with each other throughout this season. Here's the 0-1. Estabrook fights it off, sends it out of play right side over the first base dugout, strike 2. These two teams will meet 7 more times throughout this season. The rivalry between these two teams, you see it in college athletics as well, between Cal Poly and UC Santa Barbara. San Luis Obispo and UC and Santa Barbara. But here's the 0-2 pitch, and it just misses a fraction high from Jake Fields to the batter Owen Estabrook. 1-2 the count. One-way base is clear. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and turned on in the left field. Caden Peterson goes over and makes the catch in left field, and Owen Estabrook retired for the second out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Two gone, bottom of the 8th, and that's going to bring up Gio Blanchett. The DH, 0 for 2 today. When you're looking at the Blues down to 4 outs in this ball game with Jake Fields. The pitching staff looking very strong early in this season. That's always a good thing for any manager putting together a summer ball team. Your pitching staff all the way through. Here's the first pitch. And the fastball misses away for Gio Blanchett. Ball 1. When you look at the pitching staff so far this year for the Sturs, a lot of right-handed pitchers, and Bill Pintar, the manager, says a little lacking on left-handed pitching. But here's the 1-0, and Blanchett sees a fastball high, ball 2. And when you look at the guys active and hot today out of the bullpen, essentially everyone except Shea Went, who threw a bullpen yesterday. Only one lefty available today. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Blanchett checks swing, check down first base. He did go around, says the first base umpire, 2-1. Still overcast here and slow. Light breeze blowing out towards the left field foul pole. Here's the 2-1 pitch, the 9-hole hitter. And the fastball just misses away at the knees. Ball 3. We've talked about the pitching, what they have done here today. They've only allowed a single hit all game long. Came in the 7th. There's a double for Mondu. Here's a 3-1. And Blanchett sees ball 4, fastball missing away. It's a 2-out walk for the 9-hole hitter for the SLO Blues, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. The Foresters leading 2-0. They put up 2 runs, top half of this 8th frame. Here's Ethan Royal, top of the order. Now standing for the 4th time. He's 0 for 3 on a pop up to short, fly out into center, and ground out back to the mound. Jake Fields comes set, and a check back to first base. It was a good pickoff move from the right-handed pitcher. But sliding back in head first was Gio Blanchett. So Royal still awaits his first pitch from Jake Fields, who entered this inning in relief for Jax Lewis. Here's the pitch, and the slider finds a strike zone, 0-1. When we go to the 9th, the Sturs are going to have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Caden Peterson, D. Kennedy, Daniel Patterson, another check back to first base. Sliding back in head first, Gio Blanchett. And Johnny Rodriguez, the left-handed first baseman, always handy having a lefty over there at first. But here's the 0-1 pitch, and the slider finds the zone against Ethan Royal. And Jake Fields for the Sturs quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Tying run at the plate for the Blues on opening day for the Sturs. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Jake Fields got him on the fastball, and Fields picks up his second strikeout of the day. And we are headed to the 9th. Peterson, Kennedy, Patterson due up when we return. Foresters on top 2-0.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We head to the ninth here in SLO, and we'll have a pitching change for the Blues. Eddie Turney, the right-handed side armor, will now come into the ball game for the Blues. His team finds themselves trailing by 2 runs to the road team. The Foresters, on opening day, coming in San Luis Obispo, and they put up 2 runs in the 8th inning and looking for a little bit more insurance going to the bottom half of the 9th. 8-9-1 due up. Caden Peterson will lead things off. Caden today, he's 1 for 3, ground out to first. He had a base hit in the 5th and reached on an error in the 7th. Batting from the right side against the side armor on the hill now, Eddie Turney. A righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to Peterson. Looks for a bunt, lays it down left side. The third baseman charges Lopez, and the pitcher comes off the throw, off the mound, but the throw not in time. So Eddie Turney clambered down off the mound, picked up that ball, barehanded it, but the throw to his first baseman not in time, and a successful bunt for Caden Peterson. He has his second hit of the ball game, beating out the throw. And the Stars have a leadoff batter aboard for D. Kennedy. So Kennedy batting also from the right side. Ground out to short, a strikeout, and a walk today. Peterson at first with the Stars looking for some insurance going to the bottom half of this inning. Trying to start off their 2024 season on the right foot. Adding one to the win ledger. So check back to Caden Peterson at first base. As D. Kennedy still awaits the first pitch from Eddie Turney, recently put into the ball game for the Blues. Another check back to first base and scampering back, standing on his feet, is Peterson. To follow Kennedy, top of the order, and Daniel Patterson. Can the Stars find a little more insurance? They've had chances throughout this ballgame and converted in the last. Here's the first pitch. D looks to lay down a bunt left side, and out comes Turney. The pitcher, the throw, this time in time as D. Kennedy sacrifices himself to advance Caden Peterson over to second base, pardon me. A productive out for D. Now 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Peterson now in scoring position for Daniel Patterson at the top of the order. Patterson today 0 for 4. Ground out to second, pop up to third, a line out and a right, grounding into a fielder's choice. Here's the first pitch. And Daniel sees a slider in there for a strike. 0-1. Eddie Turney, compared to the first 2 pitchers that the Stars have faced today, got that sidearm action. Kind of slices across the body. Almost probably looks like that ball starts on the body of Patterson on that slider and works its way in. Same pitch, misses this time low. Ball 1. Peterson, that's second for the Stars. They are leading 2-0, looking for insurance. Top half of the 9th. Trying to get an opening day win. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And the slider finds the strike zone, 1-2. Drew Markle will be on deck for the Sturs. Patterson puts something in play and possibly score Peterson at second. He's down in the count, looking to protect the plate here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider left side over to the shortstop. Mondu scoops it up. Runner holds at second. The throw in time to first. So Patterson unable to advance Peterson. As Patterson grounds out to short for the second out of the inning. Looked like Peterson might try to make a jump to third. He elects to hold at the second station. That's going to bring up Drew Markle. And Markle led things off in the last inning, laid down a bunt to reach, and he scored the first run of the season for the Sturs in the last inning. And as it stands, the winning run, top half of the ninth, 2 gone. Sturs by 2 runs. Here's the pitch, and Markle sees that slider from Eddie Turney. This is away this time, ball 1. For Eddie Turney, the sidearm pitcher, when he releases that slider, it starts like it's going to go straight and hit the batter. I should say a right-handed batter, but it just moves its way all the way around. Finds a strike zone. Here's a 1-0. It's lined over on 1 hop. 2 hops to Mondu. The shortstop, the throw over to the first baseman was in time. The first baseman, Cumberford, just able to keep his trailing foot on the bag. It looked like it might have just popped off. But the throw in time for the third out. We are going to be headed to the bottom of the ninth. Santa Barbara Foresters on top 2-0 over the Blues.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now incoming on the hill for the Santa Barbara Foresters will be Will Rogers in a safe situation for the Sturs. And for Rogers, it's pretty cool what he has done throughout the season collegiately for Will. Rogers finished up his junior year at Michigan, but he's been a two-way player for Michigan in terms of pitching. Pitched 49 1/3 innings, an ERA of just over 5, and also hit just over 250 with 18 home runs for Will Rogers. And he had a huge impact for Michigan, especially late in the year in May. Get this, on May 23rd, he went 3 for 3 at the dish. The next day, on the 24th, he pitched 8 2/3 and struck out 9, only allowing 3 hits. So Will Rogers, not only defensively, but at the dish, very impressive player. We saw him warming up, I should say tossing bullpens earlier in the week. He's got some good stuff. To lead things off, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Blues, trailing by 2 runs. Here's the first pitch from Rogers. He delivers a strike. Jake Hicksonbaugh. So it's 0-1. The Blues down to 3 outs, trailing by 2 runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up, out of play for strike number 2. So Hicksonbaugh, an 0-2 count. Actually, it looks like it's a pinch hitter. Jordan Lewis, but Jordan Lewis sees an 0-2 pitch and swing and a miss, and Will Rogers here in the bottom of the ninth picks up his first K. And the Blues are down on their final 2 outs here. An opening day of CCL play. All things possible for the Sturs. Try to keep the tying run from coming to the plate. Here's Jeri Lewis. Stands in. Sees the first pitch, and it misses away for ball 1. So for Lewis here this afternoon, he's 0 for 3. And the Blues down their final 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 offering from Will Rogers. And the heater just misses away on a check swing from Lewis, 2-0. Rogers punched out the first man here in the bottom of the 9th. Only a single hit so far for the Blues. The pitching has been phenomenal for the Sturs. Here's the 2-0. And Lewis fouls it back to the left of home plate, over the netting. Strike number 1. Braden Comerford will stand on deck. Will Rogers coming in. First game of the season for the Blues in a save situation. 2-0 our score. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Lewis sees a fastball high, 3-1. Big pitch coming up here for Rogers. If at all possible, do not want to bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the windup, the 3-1 pitch. And Lewis checks swing, ball 4 misses away on the fastball. So a 1-out walk. And reaching base is Lewis. And Brendan Comerford will now come to the plate, representing the tying run for the Blues. The pitching for both teams has been phenomenal all day long. The Stars started to find some offensive action in the 5th inning, and they pushed in their first 2 runs of the season in the 8th to take a 2-0 lead, trying to hold on here in the 9th. Here's the first pitch, and Comerford lifts it into right field now in foul ground. Maybe a chance for Johnny Rodriguez at first, but it goes out of play into the bullpen for strike number 1. Now for Will Rogers, you have the tying run at the plate. Do not want to bring the winning run to the plate. On deck is Braden Mondu. Double play intact here. Bottom of the 9th, only 1 out. Lewis at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider misses away to even the count, 1-1. For the Sturs, back in action, they'll have their home opener tomorrow against the Ventura Pilots. First pitch at 2 p.m. But all focus right here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Slider misses away at the knees to the right-handed batter, Brendan Comerford, 2-1. Rogers entering this ball game in a safe situation, sat down the first man he faced on strikes, gave up the walk to Lewis. Check back over to him at first base, and Lewis slides back in head first. It's 2-1. It remains 2 balls and a strike for Brendan Comerford. Here's the pitch. Runner goes to second. Taman's got a good throw. Can they slap the tag down? They cannot in time. Jack Bollinger cannot slap down the tag on Lewis in time. Taman had a good throw. It was just a fraction high and having to jump the second baseman. So now a runner in scoring positions, 2-2 the count. Timely stolen bag for Lewis. Rogers, he looks in and back to second base now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, full count. Massive pitch coming up here for Rogers. Brendan Comerford, he's able to reach base. The winning run will be at the dish. With 1 out, runner now at second, eliminating the double play. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Rogers got him on the slider. And Will Rogers picks up his second K and a huge second out here in the bottom of the 9th for the Sturs. And for the SLO Blues, they are down to their final out. They're on the first countable game of the CCL schedule. Tying run still at the dish, and it's Braden Mondu. Currently, Mondu has the only hit of the ball game for the Blues. He had a double in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Popped up right side. It will cut out a play over the first base dugout. That ball went about 60 feet in the air, sky high, strike 1. And Will Rogers entering this ball game, the two-way player, plays for Michigan. Runner at second, no concern for him. All about the batter at the plate. 0-1 for Braden Mondu. Rogers comes set, look back to second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Mondu, chopper over, too short, cutting it off is the third baseman, Patterson, and he has no throw over to first base. That is an infield single for Braden Mondu. No chance for Patterson, the third baseman who charged that ball. And again, with this infield shabby grass, that first hop took all the steam off that baseball. And indeed, the winning run will come to the plate for the Blues, not going down without a fight here in the ninth. The infield single for Braden Mondu, and he has both hits for the Blues here this afternoon. It's Cooper Witten representing the winning run at the plate. Runners on the corners, tying run at first. Rogers, first pitch, fastball high, ball one. Witten today is 0 for 2. Struck out in the second, a line out to short in the fifth, and a strikeout in the seventh. Rogers comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Witten sees a fastball high and in, ball two. Jordan Lewis is at third. Braden Mondu had that infield single. Is at first, and now the pitching coach, Ryan. Coach Ryan coming out, pitching coach this season for the Foresters. So pitching coach for Millersville College, Pennsylvania, to settle down his man. And for Will, just looking for one more out. Trust your defense behind you. A quick chat from Ryan Kramer, the pitching coach. Also part of that conversation was Ryan Taman, the catcher. Blues only a single out to work with here in the bottom of the ninth. Foresters lead 2-0. Tying run at first. Also a runner at third. Here's the pitch. And it misses low. Ball three. There is action in the pen for the Sturs. On deck will be Sebastian Lopez. This could put the winning run on base. Second base open. 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball four, bouncing in the opposite batter's box. Four pitches to Cooper Witten, all of them missing. And the bases will be loaded. Tying run at second. Winning run at first base for the Blues. There was action in the bullpen. Will the Sturs make a pitching change? Looks like they will not. It'll be Will Rogers' ball game. Sebastian Lopez stands in, tying run at second, winning run for the Blues at first. Here's the first pitch. Lopez takes a strike on a fastball down the middle, 0-1. The tying run in the form of Braden Mondu at second. Cooper Witten, the winning run at first. With 2 outs, here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one is lined. That is a base hit. No, it's caught by the shortstop. D. Kennedy makes the catch. It looked like it was going to get past him, but the shortstop, D. Kennedy, makes the catch, and the Foresters win their first ball game of the year. And D. Kennedy has had some phenomenal plays at short this afternoon, and the Foresters hold on, and Will Rogers gets the job done. What a ball game. As the Sturs hold on to their first game of the season, final score of 2-0. What a first game for the Foresters. And D. Kennedy, that line drive, was able to cut it off, keep it from going into center field. On the lineout from Sebastian Lopez. What a ball game. This season's like anything. This game has been here today. We are in for a treat for the Santa Barbara Foresters, but don't go anywhere. We'll have a post-game show, and we'll talk with the starting pitcher today, Mason Bixby. So don't go anywhere. We'll hear from Mason when we return here from San Luis Obispo.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Welcome back to San Luis Obispo. The team, the Santa Barbara Foresters, still talking in the postgame, so we unfortunately will not hear from Mason Bixby here today after his great outing, going 4 innings, allowing no hits, and striking out 6 in a whole pitching staff performance for the Foresters. Phenomenal here today. We'll turn the page to tomorrow when the Foresters will have their home opener against the Ventura Pirates. 2 p.m. first pitch tomorrow. Again, the final score here, Santa Barbara takes it 2-0 over the San Luis Obispo Blues. So for all the crew here from Sinsheimer Stadium, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow when the Santa Barbara Foresters host the Ventura Pirates. We'll see you then.
Thank you.